anyway, at the minute we're driving up to Manchester, so we've got Amy as well. I'm now a year and a week on hormones, which kind of looking back at the past year or so, it has gone really quickly. There's been lots of changes, kind of both due to the kind of hormones and things like that, as well as kind of within our own life itself, I think, really. My last injection I had to get one of the nurses at my hospital to do it for me, just because we're not registered with the GP down in Eastbourne yet. So she didn't really, whereas the previous nurses, they've asked kind of what my injection is, why do I take it, and things like that. This nurse, she was very much, is this kind of a treatment dose, so you have so many weeks of it, or is it a consistent thing? I said, I'm going to have it for the foreseeable future. But she didn't particularly ask any more than that, which I don't know if I felt quite strange, just because she was quite happy to inject me without really knowing what it was and stuff. But she seemed happy to do it, and I was as well, so I was okay. My voice is, I don't think it's breaking as much. It still breaks every so often. Sometimes I'll just say the odd word and it'll break through that. Amy tends to pick up on it, but everyone else doesn't. I'm not sure if they don't pick up on it or they don't say it. I think it's still getting deeper. The other week, Amy looked at the first video I did, and then kind of turned to me and said, "Speak." So I was like, "What?" She's like, "Your voice is so different." I've seen people that I haven't seen for like nine months to a year, and they're saying there's really big changes within my voice and things like that. So it's really nice to hear. Kind of hair-wise, I'm not going clean shaven anymore. I'm just kind of trimming it. So there's always kind of that layer of hair. Because I think once I do shave it, like any trans guy really, or any cis guy really, as soon as you shave, you look about 12. So I've just been trimming it. And I think I'm getting more hair. It's globally underneath my chin now and globally down sideburns. Slowly working its way up my chin. I do get a few random hairs kind of on my high cheek and things like that, which is really strange. Kind of my tash line, it's coming in a little bit. There is definitive hair there, things like that, but it's not particularly dark compared to the rest of my hair. It's much lighter and kind of finer at the moment.
Get some random hairs on your back as well.
That's fun. Got a hairy backside, which is strange. It's really strange.
You always had quite a lot of hair on your arms and legs anyway. I don't think that's just darker and thicker. But that happened quite early on in hormones compared to, a recent change.
Yeah. I think my arm hair, that's changed over the kind of the course of the year. I think when I was first, before hormones and things, I had very, very fine, light arm hair. But it is now much darker and a lot more prominent and things. We've now joined a gym, which we've probably been going to for about a month or so. I'm tending to go probably about 3 times a week. Kind of 2 weight sessions and a cardio session in there. I'm not sure if I'm noticing any differences at the moment because we're still taking.
I have noticed that your arms are a lot bigger and your shoulders are a lot thicker.
Okay.
Generally it's much more muscle definition.
Yeah.
But then your measurements aren't showing that, are they?
No, we've still been doing the measurements once I've had my injection, and I think that's one thing that I am annoyed about. Just the fact that other people have said, their waist has increased, so they're much less of an hourglass shape and more of a kind of straight line. Whereas mine, that hasn't changed, and I kind of
Much.
not
I think
really.
you've lost some weight around your hips, but again,
Passing wise, I'm passing a lot better at work. Still with certain staff members. I think, as I said before, because physio is such a female-dominated world, quite often we're just kind of globalled as girls and things like that. but patient. Ooh, roundabout. This is strange. I don't know which way to hold the camera. But patient-wise, I'm passing a lot better, and sometimes I'm quite surprised how much I'm passing.
I think it'll be a good test this weekend because we're going up to a conference that's all physiotherapists, and as you just said, physiotherapy is quite a female-dominated world, and you're going to be part of an LGBTQ kind of grouping. So actually, then if people see you as an LGBT kind of member, sometimes that they'll think you're female because you've got short hair. That doesn't make it any difference, but actually if you're passing well enough, I think you might, put it off as male, even though as a majority rule you could guess female and be right 98% of the time.
Yeah. Libido wise, I giggle for... Oh, it's Greg's. Sorry. What? Priorities. I think it's increased compared to before any hormones, but I don't think it's been that big a difference kind of as soon as I've had my injection. I kind of think energy level wise, people have kind of said as soon as they've had their injection, they've had that sudden boost of energy and things like that. I've not had that, and I don't know if it's because...
But you're still on Sustanton, aren't you?
Exactly.
And people, as you say, libido of getting
a
little bit more libido with libido.
Absolutely. So I've got my next appointment at Charing Cross 2 weeks after my top surgery. I'm trying to get in contact with them to kind of change it. But hopefully I can go on to libido then. So I've got top surgery with Mr. Yelland on the 15th of April, so just over a month away. I've got my pre-op, I think it's something like the 27th of March. We got sent kind of a pack through the post when I first set up the date, and it's the stuff I've got to take along to pre-assessment. I'm going to do a video after the pre-op. I'll be staying over one night. They say it might be two, but it's more likely to be one. So luckily for us, it's about half an hour. Yeah, about half an hour from where we live at the minute. But so Amy's going to drop me off, and then hopefully stay and see me up the other side, and then take me home again on the next day, and then that weekend Amy's going away, so I'll be home alone that weekend, but I'll probably be on Tumblr a lot that weekend, I reckon. But yeah, I've never kind of been a patient before. I've never had any surgeries or anything like that, so I'm nervous how I'll be around the kind of anaesthetic kind of thing. Working within a hospital, I feel comfortable there, but it's the different aspects of being a staff in a hospital compared to being a patient. I think one thing that I'm getting more and more nervous about is guys that experience really bad itching after with the chest. Because of my eczema and things like that, I'm always genuinely itchy anyway, whereas I can kind of manage it. But when guys who weren't itchy before say how itchy they are after surgery, I'm worried of how that's going to affect me and how I'm going to be able to manage it, really. I don't think I'm that nervous about the surgery itself because I've seen such good results from everyone else that goes with Yelland and things, and it's going to be weight off my chest. But yeah, have you got any worry about anything, nervous about anything, my surgery or anything?
I'm worried that I just hope you're going to be happy with the results. I just hope that everything goes well and there's no reactions, as you say, like to anything else.
Yeah.
So I hope it's all done and dusted in one shot, and then it's all good. That's what I hope for.
Yeah, because I had sensitivity to plasters and things like that. I'm kind of going to be super cautious about anything they kind of use, and really kind of highlight that during my pre-op, that they're not going to be able to just use the straightforward any tapes or any bandages or anything like that they use, because I'll end up coming out in a rash and guys, we're on our way up to Manchester at the moment, going to our physiotherapy as a profession. It's our union's conference. And as I said before in one of my previous videos, I'm putting forward a motion. So standing up in front of about 200 people, putting forward a motion for trans patients when accessing kind of physiotherapy and kind of NHS, well, not really NHS services, but kind of in a healthcare setting. And hopefully getting some information put out for people, for physiotherapists, for ways to deal with, ways to kind of treat trans patients in terms of pronouns and things like that, but also for the kind of patients, guys that go in wearing binders and things like that, and
knowing the taboos of like body image to people who have dysphoria, whether that's MTF, FTM, or kind of agender kind of categories in between. It's just knowing about how to approach dealing with those changes.
See, I'm hoping that my speech goes a lot better than the way I've tried to explain it.
Yeah.
I've had Amy's help. Yeah, a lot of Amy's help writing the actual speech and stuff. It's written out word for word, and I've just got to stand up there. Just got to stand up there and read it in front of 200 people. And hopefully it'll get passed, and then our union's got to do something about it. But it's like a 2-day conference thing up in Manchester, nicely up by Canal Street, the gay village up there, which we'll go and explore at some point. But I'll do a video after the conference discussing it all and everything, and hopefully a good outcome of it. Anything else?
No. Oh, yeah. There was someone mentioned something about doing a video about stretches for people who wear a binder.
Yes.
So I think it's probably worth saying that is still in the pipeline. We just haven't got around to it yet. We do have a week annual leave together coming up, so we might think of something there.
That sounds like that.
But if anyone wants anything else in particular, or has any thoughts along that line, then please give us a comment below and give us a shout. We can do that.
Yeah, we've got a week off at the end of March, so hopefully we can do a video then about some bits and pieces. So as ever, I'll put my Tumblr URL at the bottom. I'll put Amy's there as well. Feel free to follow us or whatever. You can always message us, either of us, both of us, or whatever, on our Tumblr pages or on this YouTube channel itself.
Just don't expect immediate reply from me because I'm really slow.
Alright, we'll see you later.